She spent months waiting for someone to look at her with love, but people kept walking past her. Some glanced quickly, others felt sorry for her, and many simply chose another puppy instead. Maybe because Piper only had one eye. Still so young, that little dog was already carrying scars far too heavy for such an innocent soul. And without understanding why, she kept watching families leave while she stayed behind, waiting for her turn. But everything changed the moment a little girl met Piper for the very first time. And what happened next touched thousands of hearts. Piper was only about 6 months old when her story started gaining attention on the Niagara SPCA social media page. Small, gentle, and incredibly sweet, she had something that made many people stop for a second when they saw her photo. She only had one eye. Even so, there was a softness in her face that was impossible to ignore. That was exactly what touched the heart of Natty Bodie's family. The moment they saw Piper's post online, they felt something immediate. Almost as if, somehow, she was already meant to become part of their family before they had even met her. But no one imagined it would be a little girl who would create the strongest bond with her. A few days later, the family attended a pet adoption event where Piper was present among several other dogs. Quietly, she watched people walk by. Then Sage arrived. The little girl walked straight toward Piper, and something special happened instantly. She simply didn't want to leave her side. While other visitors continued exploring the event, Sage stayed there petting Piper, talking to her, and looking at her as if she could see something far beyond her appearance. And maybe she really could. Because sometimes children notice what many adults fail to see: the heart. The family tried to continue walking around the event, but Piper stayed on their minds the entire time. They couldn't stop thinking about her. The image of that one-eyed puppy lingered in their hearts. And the more they thought about her, the more they felt there was something truly special about that connection. Later, Natty shared that they simply couldn't stop thinking about Piper. So they decided to visit her again at the shelter. And at that moment, they realized something powerful. It would probably be Piper's last night there, because she had finally found her family. Not long after, Piper was sitting in the family's car on her way to her new home. The video shared online moved thousands of people. "Welcome home, Piper, our one-eyed baby girl. We love you." And honestly, after everything she had been through, it was impossible not to feel emotional watching it. Because Piper's story started in a heartbreaking way. According to her new family, she had been surrendered to the shelter by her previous owners in very poor condition. One of her eyes had a severe untreated infection. The situation was so serious that veterinarians had to act immediately. Shortly after arriving at the shelter, Piper underwent emergency surgery to remove the infected eye. She was still just a baby, and even at such a young age, she had already experienced pain, abandonment, and fear. But perhaps the most incredible part of this story is that Piper never lost her sweetness. Even after everything, she still trusted people. She still looked for affection. She still wagged her tail. And that says so much about animals. Many of them go through unimaginable suffering and still find the strength to love again. When Piper arrived at her new home, her calm and loving personality quickly appeared. On her very first night, she slept peacefully in her little bed, almost as if she finally understood she was safe. She also surprised the family with how smart she was. Piper already knew basic commands like sitting, giving her paw, and even letting them know when she needed to go outside. It was hard to believe that such a sweet and gentle puppy had once been unwanted. But thankfully, life had different plans for her. And if you also believe every animal deserves a second chance, no matter their appearance or challenges, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Here, you'll find real stories that inspire, move hearts, and show how love can completely change a life. As time passed, Piper adapted beautifully to her new routine, and there's something very important about stories like hers. Many people assume dogs with only one eye face major limitations, but veterinary specialists explain that dogs adapt much better than most people imagine. That's because dogs rely heavily on their sense of smell, hearing, and spatial memory to understand the world around them. In other words, vision matters, of course, but it does not define a dog's happiness. Studies in veterinary medicine show that many dogs who undergo eye removal surgery actually experience a significant improvement in quality of life, especially when they had previously been living with pain and severe infections. Animals quickly develop new ways to play, run, explore, and enjoy life normally. And Piper proved that from the very beginning. She remained playful, social, and full of affection. Losing one eye never reduced her ability to love. And maybe that is the most beautiful part of all. Dogs do not see physical differences the way humans often do. They do not think they are less valuable. They do not see themselves as imperfect. They simply live. They love. They trust. They create bonds. And that's exactly what Piper did. She formed such a strong connection with Sage that the two quickly became inseparable. Together, they now share simple but meaningful moments, playing around the house, cuddling on the couch, taking peaceful naps, and enjoying the quiet companionship only a dog can offer. Because anyone who has ever loved a dog knows they can feel when they finally belong somewhere. And maybe that was all Piper had been waiting for her entire life. Someone who would look at her without focusing on what she was missing. Someone who would only see love. Today, Piper lives surrounded by care, safety, and affection. After facing abandonment, a painful infection, and delicate surgery while still so young, she finally found what every animal deserves, a real home. And looking at her now, happy beside her family, it's hard to believe that once upon a time nobody wanted that little dog. Because all it took was one little girl with a huge heart to look at Piper the right way, and her entire life changed forever. Subscribe to the channel and keep following real news and inspiring true stories. And you, would you adopt a pet with a physical disability like Piper?